See what happens here. We could be live for the very first time. Possibly not. I think we're live. Very exciting. Okay. So, hello world. Super exciting. Might have already said that. A little bit nervous, but these are the humble beginnings. The goal is to create a business literally from the ground up. I have piles of wood beside me, a bunch of building material. As you can see, I've already deconstructed a part of my garage because we're going to be building our server room with the end goal to be starting a web hosting business from the garage. My background, I am a software engineer professionally, but I feel as if there's an opportunity to host websites for others much cheaper. So I wanted to document the whole journey. Not a big fan of editing, so I didn't want to make a whole bunch of YouTube videos with professional editing software, etc. I just wanted to get into it, live stream the whole thing. YouTube should, record everything for us, so history should be there. I guess I should check and see if audio is working first. But yeah, everything's just going to be live streamed, real time. As AI and LLMs progress, we should be able to search for content, and this video should pop up. But it's also just a way to follow along and document everything with minimal recording effort. So everything's just going to be live streamed, real time. As AI and LLMs progress, we should be able to search. Turns out the microphone is atrocious. Let's see if we can change that source. Try this one. Okay, let's try this one. That might have been horrible. That might have been horrible. And this one. Let's see. Mic check 1 2. Let's see. Mic check 1 2. That might have been horrible. That might have been horrible. Okay, so we got some feedback. No problem. Okay, so we got some feedback. No problem. Let's see. Mic check. Again, this is real time using OBS Studio. Don't really know what's going on. OBS Studio. That's all right. Don't really know what's going on. We're here to learn. We're here to figure things out. That's all right. Together. We're here to learn. We're here to figure things out together. One, two. Let's see. Mic check 1 2. It'd be cool to have audio. That might have been cool to have audio. That might have been. Okay, so we got some feedback. No problem. Okay, so feedback. No problem. Jesus, let's see. Mic check. Jesus, this is real time. Okay, so using basically as Studio, we're hooked up. Don't really know what's going on. Webcam here. That's all right. Don't really know what's going on. Webcam capturing audio. However, I do have a GoPro. That's what's capturing audio. However, I do have a GoPro. That should be also capturing that should be also capturing everything. I can capture the audio there. 1 2. That way, as I'm moving around, check 1 2. It'd be cool to have audio. That might have. That might have been cool to have audio. That might have. That might have been. Okay, so we got some feedback. So I'm gonna actually just go live here, but mute it so we don't get a loop. Again, bear with me. If you're watching this live, Again, bear with me. That's the joy of it. If you're watching this in the playback, that's the joy of it. If you're watching this in the playback, you'll be able to skip past all of this. Okay, we have audio. Okay. Can we add a new source? Can we add a new source? Audio input? Audio
Capture.
input. Capture.
Yeah, we'll call it GoPro.
We'll call it GoPro.
Audio. Okay.
Okay, that I fit. Properties, built-in analog. I don't want that. Okay, you know what? The point of this, maybe I should change the title too.
The point of this.
So we're gonna delete this. We're gonna be leveraging AI. Let me make sure you can hear me still. Jesus, that is so bad.
Okay, how did we get to... What does it sound like now? Mic check? Mic check?
Mic check.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, how did we get to... What does it sound like now? Mic check? What's going on here? Desktop audio.
What's going on here? Desktop audio.
Okay. So this source.
So this source.
How did we get to... What does it sound like now? There's a lot of feedback. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of feedback.
We have...
Oh my gosh.
Too many sources, I feel like.
We have too many
better
sources,
webcam.
Like.
Great. Desktop
better
audio.
Webcam. Great. Desktop audio.
Well, how do we turn off the sources?
Well, how do we turn off the sources?
Okay. Well.
Okay. Well.
Some names. Let's see.
Some names. Let's see.
This is the... Oh, okay.
This is the... Oh, okay. Okay. Perhaps. Let's see what this sounds like. All right. So I'm gonna walk over here with a consistent voice, volume, everything, just talking. Now I'm gonna walk back. Audio check. 1, 2, 3. See what's up. over here with a consistent voice, volume, everything, just talking. Sweet. So, not amazing audio. That's okay. But I think we got enough to get going here. Right. Maybe I should just redo the introduction or something. I don't know. Anywho, we're going to be building a business from ground up. Building material right here. POV camera. So it'll be real time. It'll be real slow because I'm going to be learning this at the same time as I'm doing it. My profession and background is a software engineer, not construction. So there'll be learning hurdles. I may mess things up. That's okay. The secret is to begin. The goal here is to build a business from scratch and get 100,000 gross income. That would be cool. That's the goal. So let's get started. So a little background. So yeah, we have a webcam to see like holistically everything that's going on, the POV camera, whatever. We do have a little bit of construction happening behind this wall, but essentially what we have done here, and hope the camera is not like falling back, but hopefully we can see everything. Just going over and check things out. Okay, yeah. I don't have a good view of the chat at the moment, but if anything comes up, I'll eventually walk over and check things out and answer them as I can, or just continue some conversation, what have you. I have done the work of removing this wall to expose the studs, and there was like a drop down soffit, I think is what you call it, basically to cover the plumbing here. Anyways, this is going to house that server rack, and we have a lot of stuff pulled out, so don't mind the clutter, but some old Dell Enterprise servers. So I think we're just about ready to begin putting a sill plate down and framing. So I think that's what I want to do. May have to move some things around, not a problem. But essentially, we'll come here. Maybe we'll use this as like a laser level or something. I have a laser. We can like eyeball some things. Also have over here on SketchUp. Let me just double check audio, make sure everything's going good. May have to move some things around, not a problem. Okay. But yeah, on the old laptop here, I'll point the camera at it. Yeah, we have, let's see, can you see it? All right, we have SketchUp here. So I have like already framed, maybe I should like capture this as a source and then switch to whenever I'm doing stuff. Maybe we'll do that. How do we, sources, add a source. Display capture? Screen capture. Display capture. Is there a window capture? Well, okay, we'll just call it that and see. That's the main display. Okay, that's fine. How do we bring that down? Okay. We'll just go between these two. How about that? Okay. So let's just see what that looks like. All right. So I've already built and framed out everything that's going to happen here. Oh, let me make sure that you can't even see it. So that's going to be annoying. Got to make sure. Nope, no, you can. Eventually, this will get better. I promise you, as I get more comfortable with the tools, etc. But for now, I have already framed out roughly how the frame, the room is going to look like. It should be about, what is it, 8 feet by 12 feet, I think. We can get, or is it the T? The T for tape measure. one point to the next. Yeah, about 12 feet that way, and about 8 feet that way. Now, I realize, let's see, how do we get back to cursor space? Okay, it's been a minute since I've used SketchUp, but this is it. Okay, yeah. Before we even get into this is super cool. This is how we're setting things up. All right, okay, you know what? I gotta stay focused. That's gonna be a problem during this whole journey. But this is essentially what we're working with here. So I'm gonna in Colorado is where I'm at. The foundation floor can actually move, so we have to build what's called, I think you scroll in and out with control, a floating wall. Basically, the wall can't be attached directly to the foundation because the foundation can move up and down. We have very expansive soils, and if the foundation were to move up or down, it can cause the house to have structural issues above it. Therefore, since this is going on the slab, it is a non-structural room. However, I just want to take precaution and do floating and make my life more complicated. Worst case scenario, we have a wall. Best case scenario, the foundation moves and this prevents damage. Cool. So we have outlets. What we're going to do is we're going to put a server in here. We're going to put a workbench. We're going to make our own desk and everything. And we're actually going to build the business from this room. And that's what we're going to build all through here. Okay. So, we're going to build, let's see, the back wall. Let me see how to navigate. The blue is existing. White is new. So we're going to lay down the steel plates here. Measure everything and cut it. I believe I've made the door as correct as possible. I spent a lot of time researching how to do this stuff before, but we will see when it actually comes to fruition. Okay, and then also something, okay, so it looks like the base plates are just butted up against each other, and we're going to put some sill tape down or some foam and Tapcon those bad boys into the ground. Now, we're going to switch back so you're not looking at nonsense. Okay. This is going to be very unstructured because I'm trying to figure things out as I go here. Trying to figure out live streaming, trying to figure out construction to get back to the point where we can use computers. This is a server rack I have right now. It's currently hosting websites and stuff. That's cool. But as you can see, it's very cluttered in there. Let me get a close up. And we need to improve that. Basically, have some Raspberry Pis, have some old retired hardware. It needs to be bigger and better. We'll still play around with this, but basically this is what's running the whole house internet at the moment. I have an old laptop, it's an old Alienware from 2015, I think. And this is what's running the streaming setup, and this is what I'm going to build my business on. Going to connect it to a larger monitor eventually once we get the room set up. So that'll be nice. We can do some development on this. This will eventually just be the box that powers everything, and we'll just we'll have mouse, keyboard, and everything that holds that up. But what's really cool is this GoPro. I'm tetherless. This was the cool thing about the whole point of having GoPro was to be tetherless, so you can follow along with me. And how that's working is a RTMP stream. Now, from my understanding, this is being Bluetooth to my phone. The phone is then broadcasting to a destination, and I'm running a RTMP restreaming NGRX server on a Raspberry Pi. So this data is going to my phone. That's being picked up literally by the AP point right behind it. And then from that, it's being ingested through all the switch and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let me undo this. Ubiquiti PoE switch runs cameras and everything. It's really cool. But it's going to one of these Pis. I forgot which one it is at the moment, but essentially that is hosting, probably the one that's flashing like crazy. That's what's hosting the RTMP server, which then the laptop is then OBS is connecting to it as a stream coming in, and thus we have tetherless GoPro live stream footage. Pretty cool. So this is going to allow you to see and follow along as I'm doing things real time. Now, I have some other projects going on. This channel is called Master of None. The name is still in works, I guess. So is with the title and description of the video. Basically, I am a master of none. I do specialize, again, in software. However, I'm just pretty handy, and we can figure things out, especially with the power of AI and these enhanced, quote, search engines. I'm looking up at the ceiling right now. We can ask questions, and we can figure it out. I've gotten this far. Got all the materials ordered. I have drywall at the bottom. I have 2x4s for framing. I have some 1x4s for trim work. Pressure treated lumber for the sill. This is the sill tape over here. Cool. We may need to move the insulation, but I think we can just pull out a couple boards. We'll need two boards on each side. That already has sill. We'll tap into, oh, sorry, I'm pointing over here. That already has a sill plate here, existing wall. So we'll just run our new sill plate over here. Do 2 boards, 1 cut. We'll eventually cut for the door, no problem. Actually, we could like improve our process by measuring to the door distance or whatever, cutting. Anyways, we'll figure that out. But 1 whole piece should fit here, I hope. And then another 2 pieces over there. So all in all, probably 6 pieces of wood. We have plenty. I did try to order 20% more of everything just in case, or just so like we had enough materials, because I am going to make mistakes. I'm going to have to redo some stuff. Electrical is going to have to be permitted. So we're going to do a lot of work of like making sure we're routing electrical stuff correctly. I've already done the work of, there were some external outlets, kind of like this one. Over here, I've already removed that. I've already capped it off into a junction box. This light was here. I have rerouted that, capped that off. That's all cool. And rerouted that light. So we should be good to go in terms of everything. We should be able to frame, we should be able to route electrical, and then we'll call an inspector to come give us a pass or fail. So we'll try to do everything so we can pass first time. I'm gonna have to rely upon some code and some looking up and some stuff, so that could be a little slow, but it should be cool. It should be, we'll figure it out. There's this vacuum pipe we'll eventually have to cut out. It's this like lighter gray one, whatever. It's like a central vac. I may want to relocate it. It comes out over there, goes up. That's a thing. Also, we're going to be running a sub panel here because I'm going to be running 240 volt to the server rack, just to like help reduce the amps being pulled by the whole thing. We'll convert it back because I believe I think they're Dell R610s and R720. They pull 120 from the wall, so we'll have to like convert it back. But that'll at least give us a lot of juice that we can play with, and we should be able to like fully populate the rack and everything. And yeah, we'll go from there. So what is this? A seal gasket. That's what we want. Okay, so we'll play with this. Let's move some stuff. Let's get some wood out and everything. Got some handy dandy gloves. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, okay. So try to get a lot of this work. Maybe we can get the sill plate done. Maybe we can start building maybe the rear wall or something. We're actually going to have to, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. I'm just going to stand here for a second. Run over to the computer. Okay, let's check it out. Wait for the stream to come through. It's a little bit delayed. Okay, I'm going to stand here. And I was going to point. Okay, cool. So you cannot see. Oh wait, maybe you kind of can. Okay, so I'll lean back purposefully to point out some stuff up here. This pipe is gonna be problematic. We can't put like a normal 2x4. So let's just grab this one for reference. Straight into the insulation. We can't just like slap this up there because it's gonna hit the pipe. So we're gonna have to like cut it and then just build basically 2 walls here. Shouldn't be a problem. They'll be connected to the same sill plate, but that'll solve that problem. Also, I did mismeasure the height. So that's a fun thing. We should be okay, but we're gonna have to like triple plate basically the frame or the wall. Not a big deal. We can run 2 floating steel plate floor things at the bottom and then maximize the floating gap. That should help out a bit. But I think first steps first, we can just try and put the steel plate down and then go from there. See what we need to move. This box. Okay. I think we'll take probably all these pieces of wood out. Sweet. There's one. Measured correctly. Probably gonna be like that. Okay. There's 2 4s. I'll have an inch gap. Should be about right. Oh, let's see if I can pull this one. Okay. Some overlap here. Not a problem. And we may need to like come out a bit too. We have 2 more here. So we'll just set that down. That's something else. All right. Hopefully it's not like too chaotic or anything. Let's see. Need to relocate this wood. We do park a car here and at night, so we can't dump too much stuff there. We could probably relocate a small gap that direction. Or I think we'll do that. Okay. Oh, I have so much stuff. Okay, let's see here. Let's go here. A lot of this stuff will be moved at some point. A light ladder. So a lot of this stuff I do want like easy access to reach for it. Once we start using a lot of this material, it'll start disappearing, which will be fine. But until then, let's see, ladder, we can butt up against this. We'll need to, let's see, these are capped. We'll need to cut this before we even install the wall. And cap it. I tried to find some caps. I was like, oh, what can fit here? Well, I guess we don't cap that. We cap that one. Maybe it will work if we. Oh my God, it's not even glued. Okay, that's cool. And I think we can get it. On here. I think this will fit. It'll take some work. I don't know why it's a struggle at the moment. Oh, I'm pushing so hard. Okay, but basically we'll cut that pipe. Up there, we'll cap it, maybe here or somewhere else. It's just a central vac again, not a big problem. Anyways, but that will eventually have to be dealt with sooner than later. Don't need that. Gonna have a lot of waste. May throw things away that I later need, but you know what? Such is life. Yeah, maybe we'll get into some like philosophical debates and things here. But let's see. Okay. Also, I don't know if I'm supposed to like put tags on these videos to be findable. Eventually, long term, I'm hoping the streaming, the live streaming, is going to be like a legitimate part of this business. Not the core operation, but like a heavy catalyst, we'll say. I want it to like really influence some stuff. There's a hole there. Okay, so in a really awkward stance right now, but you see wires running here. That's cool. That's fun. That's dandy. There's some patchwork over there. We'll take a better look at it. But essentially, I believe my main power lines run right alongside the beam here. So we'll be needing to run some heavy duty cable for our 100 amp sub panel. And the sub panel will live, well, I guess, probably here-ish, in this voided region. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so the live stream, I'm hoping, is going to be a legitimate thing for this business. One, documentation. Everything I do should be documented in some form or fashion. It may not be easily searchable, which is not the best. However, it should be at least findable. I'm going to be doing a lot of coding. Sorry, I'm looking at the floor right now. Just have to bear with me. Maybe I'll get a head-mounted thing, but I figure this would at least like show a lot of stuff. Maybe I can like change the field of view later. Coming back to check the live stream. So you know, look in there. Let's see. Okay. No, I think it's looking good. Hopefully we're streaming at 1080p. Hope so. Yes, 1080p at 60. That's super cool. All right. Can finish moving some of this wood. But yeah, so everything should be documented. Some things more formal than other, but the basis of it's like, hey, any process I do should have an answer to it. And then, yeah, hopefully, get a couple followers who are interested and passionate about what I'm doing as well. And they can start their own journey. You guys can do that. And furthermore, it'll be like marketing, advertisement and stuff. So I just think it'd be super cool. So it's beneficial for myself to go back and reflect, look how I did some things. It'll also be beneficial for the world as well, for documentation purposes. But then the second thing is it's going to be beneficial for growing the business. Yeah, I think it'd be super cool. Okay. Roughly, there we are. All right. So I'm gonna get the laser level out so we can line some things up. I'm gonna start maybe with this. I think I'm gonna be an inch off the wall here. So we're gonna have an inch air gap to help reduce moisture here. And then I have some this stuff. I don't know. It's like a vapor barrier, I guess. So we'll do the shingle pattern on that. So if any moisture does accumulate due to at least the temperature difference, hopefully it'll just run down and not into the wall and get stuck in the insulation, etc. So we're gonna do an inch gap from the wall. I hope. And I hope I measured everything correctly too off of that. But here we go. All right, let's see if what do we got here? Right at an inch. Actually, it's pretty good. I think we might have been on the money. Now, if any of this dimensional lumber is actually shorter than it needs to be, that's a problem. But so let's see. Okay, so this is actually 8 foot, and I'm not fast at reading tape measure. What do you call that? 7 16ths. Pretty much. No. Yes. Because 8 16ths is a half, 7 16ths is right before it. Cool. I'm really thinking we're going to do 12 feet. Let's see. What if we just let this out? Hook and drag. 12 feet is here. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay. I think we need to bump it out a bit. Okay. You stay there. We'll get our laser level. Oh, I'm gonna go through a lot of water and like super chapped, dry lips talking through every single process. Okay, so what we're looking for is, yeah, you know what? I think we're like pretty much there. We may have to, let's see. Unlock this or lock it so it floats. This is so very difficult. Okay, where do we want to match things up? We should line it off the runner. Do we want inside edge? Do we want half of it? How's it over here? I'm trying to think. I think as long as it's just nailable, it should be fine. However, so is that, let's see, we have 12 feet here, maybe 12 foot. Okay, that's pretty close. Okay, that's like on the money. So if we come over here and match that, here we're at 12 and a half. Now is that gonna fuck shit up? By the way, this is not a family friendly channel, I should say, because I'm not going to be putting a filter on as I'm working. Okay. How can we like mark that? Should we even lay wood down at the moment? Perhaps not. That's pretty bang on, but it is 12. Okay, it did fall. Let's see here. How much did you lose with the tape measure falling? No, it's still 12 and a half. Yeah. Okay. No worries. Does 12 feet and half an inch mess things up? Doesn't mess things up. I wish. Wish it had more of a reference from like some other construction work, but perpendicular. So we're going to be parallel to the runners here. I think it's okay. However, I think I want to tape or something. Chalk line it? How can we measure and mark this? Pencil? Okay. I don't want to like mess this up. Because if we, what, you know, I'm just thinking here, what if we came in half an inch? But that would put, that may need to be centered on there. Should be fine if not. I think it's okay. Another thing, we are going to be building all of this with screws. Oh my goodness. I touched it. Okay. I've never tried to like sharpen a pencil. Okay, so we have the outside edge done. Let's use one of these things. Is that the same? No, it's from here. Okay. I think we're gonna have to trim this a bit, but What if we keep going? Okay. And we're gonna remove this. Sweet, we have a line. Great. Fantastic. And I think we'll laser level the rest. If we'll even have room. Where does it start? Put it on a piece of wood. Or do that. Cool, all dandy? Think so. Checking out the line. Feet there. Okay. We have 1/2 inch drywall. So I think we could bump it over just a little bit. Now, should we be like eyeballing this? We could actually run the line. How about we do that? Then we will. We'll think about it. It's got to be the most like pain in the something. I don't know, how are we supposed to do laser levels? Hey, that might be bang on. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, we could just like pull this guy here. I mean, we pretty much had it dead on, you know. Okay, let's run a line. And we look up here. It's right on that. So I think we'll frame close as we can to this. I don't see any reason why not. Because then we'll add some drywall. The drywall will be additive and just butt up against it at a new level. We're already gonna have to like have some height finagling. That's right on that. Okay. Oh, the measurements are probably going to be like all funky too. Okay, let's see if we can sharpen this thing. Immediately just broke it. That's Great. But it marks. Saw someone do that before. We'll get better at it. Okay, we have the marks. Let's measure an inch off. How do we want to do this? 1 inch. Line here. In there. Okay. And the whole speed square. Maybe we can like start carrying around. Oh yeah. Tape measure in the pocket. Speed square from behind. That's just weird. Impossible. Deglove for that. Add an angle. It's just not gonna happen. It's too much of a collateral. Because that's an inch. Let's try that. Oh my god. Alright. I think an inch-ish. I don't know if I'm measuring correctly at all, so I think it should be like fine enough. Inch. Yeah, okay. There it is. We could just lay down the board of the other one if we need to. And then measure off of that. Forgot my glove. That's always super fun. Oh yeah, in terms of live streaming, I don't know if I'm supposed to be putting tags and stuff, so it's more easily searchable, but I imagine we'll find it eventually. I think I can go back and edit it as well. Okay. Now. What to do. Okay, so if we, let's see. How wide is it? Oh, dude, it's like perfect. Okay. If we like we're gonna have to take off just a bit, not much. Like, where did I put that? Okay, so that where it's at? That looks like where it's at. Okay, so we're gonna snip that off, no problem. I might want to rotate that. I'm thinking if I want to rotate the miter for any reason. Might be easier, might be not. I think also what I want to do is remove the insulation because we got to frame it. We have to run electrical. We have to get it approved, and then we can insulate and drywall. So that's a thing I want to happen as well. And like anything with a flat surface, eventually becomes a catch-all. So I'm gonna relocate some of this stuff. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be right now, but I'll probably do that off live. Let's see here. I do have a circle cut off saw, not here though, so we're gonna throw it on the miter. Okay, not a problem. Hit some screws. I just dropped that. Okay, so again, a catch-all. Wow. Let's toss it here because we'll deal with that later. Battery pack. So what's the actual distance here now? What are we playing with? Because this is what everything's going to be running off of now. 95 1/4. It's not even 8 foot. What if we went 1/4 inch gap in that back wall? 7 inch. Then we could run this thing. No. That's the 8 foot. Let's see. Why is this longer than 8 foot? That's interesting. Okay. Just trying to think here. Because if we cut this too short and we build everything off of this, does it really matter this way though? I don't think so. We'll just have to like make a couple cuts for our lower ceiling a bit. Trying to think. Okay. I think it should be okay. If we just cut and run with this, it should be fine. With an inch in the back as a gap. Well, they didn't run an inch. What did they run? Well, they tried to seal it up. Half inch. An inch in some places. God, this board is Bowie is what it is. Okay, but they ran it. It's hard to see. Half inch? Is that what that dot is? Yeah. Half inch. I think we'll run it half inch too. Okay, so this line is wrong. And that line is wrong too now. So we're gonna pull this back. We're gonna run it half inch across the deck. Puts us pretty much right on the seal line, huh? Anything. Trying to smash my head against the concrete without getting too much like dust and stuff on it too. I don't think that's working, but okay. Trying to get it pretty low. That's looking pretty spot on to 1/2 inch. Okay, and now we get to do this thing again. Run it line to line. Okay. There's our 1/2 inch. Oh, let me this again. Let's can we like smudge this? No. Minor slashes so we know it's not there. Okay. One. Okay, that's sitting pretty up. 1/2 inch right there. And that puts our new line just a bit different. Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, there's our snip. Yeah, that puts us, what's overall? Where's my tape measure? Why do I always do that? We'll get better, we'll get faster. Alright, so now we're 95 3/4 parts, I guess. Doesn't really matter. 95 3/4, here we go. Just a bit off the edge. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty new to using this gizmo. Okay. Where's the... I think it'll be taking off more than that, right? Oh, but that is interesting. Check that out. It is blocking. Okay, here we go. Can we have music on a live stream? It has to be like what, royalty free or something? Non-copyrighted, non-dairy, GMO free. Thing up there. Pretty much. Not gonna extend it. Okay, that's fine. Cool. That's where that's gonna go, man. There it is. It looks like a wall. Is this even square? Should we try to build it square? I heard something like a little old. I think it's pretty square. Old houses are not square. This house is 50 years old now, so I'm gonna be breathing some tech life into it. Oh yeah. Okay. Trying to think. Is that it? We need this thing. A run of this. Okay. And then here's the mighty Home Depot box full of all things special. All right. Looking for. I like took them out already, knowing like, hey, I'm about to do this. Looking for the blue Tapcon drill bits. That's gonna be our favorite one for the next hot second. Is that what we moved at the start? That would be a lot of those 60D nails. No. Normal construction stuff. Electrical. Not seeing it here. What is this? Oh, I can go do it on the ground. Okay. Okay, but we're missing some. Well, I shouldn't say we're missing yet, but what is this? Okay, so I need to rewatch a video. I wonder what happens if you play a YouTube video on live. You get striked down. What is that? Dude. What the hell? Oh, I better go over here in this box. Maybe. Looks like a door sill, outlets, and stop. Okay, not our guy. Tripping over cords. Maybe over here, some Goodwill stuff. Where's that? What I feel like that is. I feel like I bought some. But I should have purchased everything for this adventure. Some minor ventilation components have yet to be procured, but soon. What are these? Drywall screws. Okay. What is this? I feel like I want to put all this over with the electrical stuff. I guess those two. Are they smart? Did I pull the trigger on those? Like, I don't know, 6-pack of outlets. Dude, I'm just not seeing them here, man. I could have sworn I had a box of them. Ready to go. Could be a holdup, if not.
Okay, so at least we have audio back. GoPro died. That's a problem. So no more first-person view. I have to charge that. However, let's see. Okay, so at least we have audio back. GoPro died. That's a problem. So no more first-person view. I have to charge that. However, let's see. Okay, so we have audio back. So sorry for the feedback. I just needed to hear it for a second. Let's see. How can we? I have audio input.
Add existing, mic aux, create new. Okay. Audio inputs. Alright. This one, alright, let's see what this sounds like now. This should be the camera here, which is a third party, whatever. So, just gotta hear that for a second. Audio inputs. Alright. This one, alright, let's see what this sounds like now. This should be the camera here, which is a third party, whatever. So, just gotta hear that for a second. Audio inputs. Alright. This one, alright, let's see what this sounds like now. Oh man, that sounds horrible. This should be the camera here, which is a third party, whatever. So, just gotta hear that for a second. Oh, okay, maybe it's the feedback. I think it might be the feedback loop. Okay, no worries. We're gonna run with this. I may actually call the stream here. That was pretty bad. But you know what? We're gonna get better. I need to search and find some Tapcon screws. Actually, I'll just stay online for a bit. Check Home Depot and see if they ordered. May have to reorder them if I can't find them. I did find a box. I think I ordered it a long time ago. Don't think it's the same. Could be the same. That'd be cool. However, yeah, Tapcon screw. Oh, they're in the cart. Why did we never purchase those? That's okay. That's something. That's something. Let's see. Purchases. Purchase history. No, okay. So I have a drill bit as well that I ordered. Tapcon 3/16, 4.5 inch steel carbide drill bit. And so I ordered just the drill bit and not the actual screws? Is that what's happening here? Delivered. Dude, is that true? I might have ordered the actual drill bits and did not order the Tapcon screws. That'd be weird if true, but I think it is. So let's see if I'm gonna go see if I can find the drill bit. But yeah, I may have to call it here. I need to charge the GoPro again. I'm gonna bring I think I need to bring out a USB-C charger so I can recharge the GoPro, or at least carry like a battery pack. Maybe we could do that. Charge it up a bit, carry a battery pack in my little pocket or something, and get going with that. But I'll be off camera. I'm gonna keep the stream going. GoPro's dead, not coming back. Maybe I have a charger in here actually. What if, dude? What if? Oh, I do. We're gonna charge the GoPro back. Okay. So, not a problem. I don't think it's gonna charge very fast, but what are you gonna do? don't even know if I can open the charging port with this accessory on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. And we're charging. All right. Very cool. So can we see what our battery is? Low battery, USB connected. That's fine. It just says USB connected. That's literally it. Okay. All right. We'll let that just charge. May resume in a bit, but I'm gonna do some searching. I don't think I ordered the Tapcon drill bits. I'm gonna check and see, or drill screws. Gosh, I can't speak. I'm gonna see if I can find the drill bit. I think I was tripping my. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna be off camera for a bit. Let me go look. Not great. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. I can't even find the drill bit. So I'm not sure if it was missed in order packing, if it's with a different box. It's possible I misplaced it. I'm sure it'll show up somewhere, but I'm going to order another one, and I'm going to finally order those Tapcon screws, because right now I can't continue. So that's a bummer. Anyways, I'm going to go charge the GoPro. In terms of streaming and scheduling, it's going to be very chaotic starting out while I'm building the room. There's not going to be a set schedule. Not really going to have any followers either, so that's fine. But it will be documentation, so we can always come back and check out the progress step by step. The footage will be here, etc. But once we get the room up, we start actually building some code, deploying to the servers, etc. Try to have a set schedule sometime early in the morning. I think is what I'm leaning towards. So I still have a career, still working 9 to 5, so gotta try to figure this side hustle in sometime in the life. But anyways, I need some more materials. I don't know if I went to the store or what, but we're gonna end the stream here, and we'll see what happens if we restream. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like rename the stream so they don't override each other or something. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. Until next time.